Mày. Yên này, đi. Mày. Wait.
What's going on, everybody? Today we got our special guest from season 3 of Cobra Kai, Soto. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, bud. How are you?
Pretty good. So how'd you get into acting initially? What made you, want to get into the business?
I kind of decided to do it. I walked on the set as an extra. It was a PlayStation Madden commercial. It was the year that New Orleans Saints actually won the Super Bowl. So I got on as an extra and I got bumped up to a principal. Next thing you know, the commercials just playing everywhere and the checks start rolling in. So I'm like, man, I can make a living out of this. So that's pretty much how I got started.
Yeah. So what was your audition process for Cobra Kai kind of like?
It's quite simple and standard, actually. It was a video audition that I had to submit. And I did multiple options as an English, like perfectly speaking English. And then I did some kind of like mixed Vietnamese and English, which is what we ended up doing on set. But then I gave him a bunch of options. I gave him like 4 or 5 different options.
Yeah. So what was that set like, because it was portrayed to be like 1969 Vietnam.
It was awesome, man. I mean, they pretty much turned a jungle, into a Vietnam. Like they flew a Chinook helicopter in. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that yet, but they actually flew a helicopter in. Wow. And it was pretty authentic. It was so good. It was such a good set because a lot of the sets that they have are pre-built and they kind of go there every day. So some of the guys who are, Martin and Bill, they weren't working that day and they still showed up to set to kind of check things out, Yeah. So that was kind of cool. Yeah. So
was that shot in Atlanta?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. A little bit out, like 45 minutes from Atlanta.
Yeah. So what was it like? Was it crazy sitting there, pointing guns at people and all that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, it was wild, man. I mean, I was kind of in character, so I was treating everybody kind of like, my subordinate. So, I'm like, telling the extras don't do certain things, but then in my character, I was telling them as my character, and it was fun, man. It was really cool to just, explosions and just guns and hits. If you haven't watched it at this point, you're living under a rock, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can say Big Snake Pit.
Say whatever. I haven't watched it yet. It's been out so long. Yeah. Exactly.
It's crazy. People love it, man. And I'm still doing interviews since January. So it's amazing. I appreciate your love for the show as well.
Yeah, I just appreciate you for joining us today. But I know when it was filmed, I think it was 2019, it was still with YouTube. So what was the process like moving to Netflix?
It was a surprise. So I shot my scene in October 2019.
Okay, yeah.
And that whole YouTube to Netflix transition didn't happen until I was on another project. I think I jumped on Outer Banks right after that. And I actually found out while I was on Outer Banks. And I just thought that was pretty cool. I mean, that's huge news for any show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know. I thought it was going to be on YouTube. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be like, a big Netflix show.
Yeah.
So
you're on Outer Banks too?
Yeah, so I'm in season 2.
Oh, I can't wait to see you in that.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's a quick role.
Yeah, so what was it like filming that scene where young Kreese drops to his knees and you have to jerk him back up?
Oh yeah. I told look, before we even started filming. Yeah. I came up to him and I was like, look, Barrett, I want to apologize for everything I'm about to do to you. And he looks at me, he goes, bro, just do it. I don't care. Just do it. If you think it hurts, just keep on doing it. So that dude, he was a champ, man. Like he nailed that scene. Yeah. So a lot of that stuff, man, I was pushing him with my gun. Like I was pushing him, really hurting him with it. And, I didn't apologize after we yelled cut on every take, but I did apologize again after we wrapped. So I'm like, you good, bro? You good?
So how many days shooting did that one take?
We took about 2-3 days for that one.
3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was your favorite part of all that?
God, God, I mean, there's just so many. Like that's such a loaded question.
Yeah.
Let's see, meeting the guys that I grew up, you know, I'm not idolizing, but like I really admired like what they did for the series. I got to hang out and meet John Hurwitz, which is like he's just a mastermind, and him and his boys are they just create great stuff together. And no, I had a bunch of favorite moments. One of my most favorite moments was scaring like TSA people with those snakes because I gave me some of them.
Yeah. Were those snakes, like, so in that pit, were those snakes real or were those just like rubber snakes?
No, they filled it with rubber, but then they had a whole tent for like snake wranglers.
Yeah.
And like they've been in there. So basically they were there all night, just hanging out, making sure the snakes are calm, you know. And then when it was time to go, they brought them out in like, you know, bins, and they carefully placed them down.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was it like working on G.I. Joe Retaliation?
It was great, man. Again, another one of my, you know, dude, I used to spin, you might be too young for this one, but I used to spin the G.I. Joe guys because they were Hellfire.
I can see those figures, yeah.
Yeah. And they just do a tornado. That's how we fight with each other. So it was cool, man. It was awesome, you know. I had a bunch of friends in it, and you know, got to meet The Rock, and it was just awesome. I mean,
yeah,
it was all-star cast out there, man.
Yeah. So when it comes to Cobra Kai, are you team Cobra Kai or Miyagi-Do, or team combination, I guess, now with the ending of season 3?
Oh man, I'm kind of like the combination,
The Miyagi-Kai type of.
yeah. It's funny because, you know, when I was growing up, man, like Ralph Macchio was the guy I was teaming, you know, everybody sided with him.
Underdog, yeah.
Yeah, but then like now later in life you watch Cobra Kai and you're like, damn, like now I'm siding with Bill, you know, like
the roles are reversed in a way.
Yeah. I guess it's all part of like the experience you have in life, man. You just make that decision. You really want the underdog to win.
Yeah. So what was it like to appear on the Zoo on CBS?
It was cool. I mean, I always somehow play like the assistant to like the baddest guy on the show.
Yeah.
You know, Magic City was another one, man. Like that guy was super bad. And like he was so bad, he stabbed me in the hand and like was like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" Yeah, it was legit.
What's your dream role? Like whether it's a type of character or a type of movie.
You know, I like to play kind of like a Matt Damon character. I think in Good Will Hunting. You know, have you watched that movie?
I've not. I've heard of Matt Damon, but no, I've never seen that.
Oh man, check out Good Will Hunting, man. It's a pretty good movie. Yeah, I just a genius kid, you know, chess player type. You know, yeah, I don't know, just battles with depression, something very deep.
Yeah. So, have you seen all the original Karate Kid movies?
Oh yeah, 100%.
How do you? What's your favorite, and what's your best to worst, I guess, when it comes to those?
I mean, I watched them in order, and then I kind of fell off at the next Karate Kid.
Yeah, that's the last real one. The remake, it's not considered a part of the universe.
Yeah. But like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then I think the fourth one.
Yeah.
The one with Hilary Swank kind of took me out of it for a second, and then I kind of got back in. You know.
It's okay.
Yeah, you feel what you feel. But no, the first two, man, for sure.
Yeah,
like, those are my favorites. The first one, you know, he's such a baby.
Yeah. What do you think about well, you actually, you know, you worked with young Terry Silver, but what do you think about Terry Silver coming back season 4?
Dude, I mean, that guy's cool.
Yeah.
What does everyone think, right?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be crazier than he was in part 3, but we'll see.
I mean, he's got to be.
Yeah, especially like with the way it is now.
And the way they set it up, yeah. I'd be surprised if he wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think he's gonna do what he did in part 3 and try to recruit a bunch of kids because, you know, Cobra Kai lost all their main people now except for like Robbie. So.
That's the genius about the writers, though, man. They really know how to tie the story together and keep everyone engaged.
Yeah.
You know, semi-predictable, semi-unpredictable. It's a great balance.
Oh yeah. So, what do you think about Allie coming back?
That was cool. I actually knew. I knew that I had to keep a tight lip. Oh, dude, I had to keep a tight lip for 2 years, a year and a half. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, did you get the script for the whole episode?
You know, I just knew. I just knew. Everyone, all my friends were like, dude, just tell me if Allie comes back. I'm like, maybe she does, maybe she doesn't.
Yeah, what was it like to appear on MacGyver?
Oh, it was great. You know, funny story is Captain Turner.
Yeah.
The one that's fighting Kreese. So in MacGyver, if you really look at the scene, he's chasing me in MacGyver.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I play one of the 5, like, you know, four Delta guys, Dalton's Delta boys, and Turner is actually chasing me and hunting me down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so before we shot this, he's sitting in the cage, and he didn't see me on set though, but I leaned over and I said, "How's it feel to have the tables turned?" And he goes, "Oh, you son of a gun! What's up, man?"
Is there any upcoming projects that you can currently talk about?
You know, I got Reminiscence with Hugh Jackman coming out in September, and then I got a video game in September. Life is Strange, True Colors. I play one of the leads in it.
Yeah.
So you play that series or?
No, I hadn't really had much time for video games lately, to be honest.
Yeah. The first 2 were hot, and this one apparently tested pretty awesome. So everyone loves it right now, man. Twitter blowing up, socials all blowing up, man.
Yeah. What's your what have you watched like during the whole quarantine, like TV shows?
Oh God. Well, one of my favorite things to watch is like The Night Of.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll switch it up with, you know, Schitt's Creek or This Is Us. You know, just I jump between all kinds of stuff, man. I actually watch movies for my distribution company.
Yeah.
So the other day I had to watch 6 movies.
Yeah.
You know, stacked on 7 Zoom calls. So like this is where I actually watch it. In this room right here. So
what's a character you'd like to see return to Cobra Kai that hasn't returned yet?
I mean, realistically, unrealistic. I love to see Mr. Miyagi come back to life and like
maybe some kind of flashbacks or something. Yeah.
Oh God, who hasn't come back? You know what? If they brought Hilary Swank into season 4, I wouldn't be mad about that.
Yeah,
I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, since you train with Miyagi, but I mean, I think it's kind of like Karate Kid 3. Not the best movie, but they're doing a good job tying it in. Maybe they can do it that way too.
Yeah. I agree. And who wouldn't want to be a part of the series? Like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't see why she would say no.
Yeah, I mean, that show she was on just got canceled too. So.
You're a smart man.
Yeah.
You do your research.
So are you an Atlanta-based actor or California?
No, I'm all over, but I'm calling you from Colorado right now.
Okay.
So I split. Yeah, I have a place in Colorado and one in New Orleans, but I work mostly out of New Orleans.
Yeah. What was it like? Your work on The Preacher?
Oh man, it was amazing. I mean, when you get to play a wannabe vampire who actually gets becomes a vampire, it's so much like there's so many levels that I could play with. Like it was just this comedic, you know. Yeah, just imagine if you got bit right now and you could be inserted into the Cobra Kai world.
Yeah,
that's that excitement that character had, you know. So
yeah. Do you what is your do you ever want to direct or write your own, you know, projects?
I write all the time, man. I don't have a desire to direct. I rather produce and package projects together. You know, I stay pretty busy with the distribution company.
Yeah.
It's called Kamikaze Dogfight. So if you check that out, you can see a bunch of horror films on there.
Yeah. So, what is your advice, for anyone wanting to get into the business?
Man, just have a good team.
Yeah.
Have a really strong team, people who support you. I live by this proverb, this African proverb. It's called Ubuntu,
Yeah.
and basically I am because we are. So just make sure everybody rises up with you, because it's lonely at the top, man. Just stay together.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank you for chatting with me today. It was great to be able to talk to you.
No, thank you, bud. I appreciate it very much.
Have a good one.
You too, man.